All right, guys, here's what you're going to be doing to get ready to work on the yearbook at home. This is a process that should work pretty well. Tim and I talked this through, and I think this will work for us. So first thing you want to do is going to edit down your photos. For example, I'm going to be working on the yearbook page from home, and there's way too many photos for me to take all of them. So my highest priority needs to be narrowing these down and trying to choose. If I needed 10 photos for the page, then maybe I'd try to choose 20 or so photos just so I have some extras. Try to choose about twice as many as you think you're going to need. So first thing I would do would be to go through these photos of people at our yearbook breakfast party making pancakes and stuff to get photos, and try to pick about some from here and then some from these other folders as well, and try to end up with about 10 or 20. Those are all going to end up in a good photos folder. And if you feel like that's all the time you're going to have, then stop right there. But if you feel like you are on top of this and you have time, then of course go ahead and select these, open them up in Camera Raw, and let's edit these as well. And of course, when you're done editing, save them into an RTU folder so that you have them. And then you would, obviously, the RTU folder would be the folder that you're going to save and take home later. But for now, let's assume I've done all that and I've got my 15 to 20. Actually, for this one, I want about 15 photos on the page, so I'm going to do about 30 total photos. And then to make life easy, I'm going to try to get all 30 to 40 of those photos into one folder. So I might, here in the Yearbook Pics folder, have a new folder that's called something like Take These Home, or These Are the Photos, whatever. Call it whatever you want. At this page, I'm going to go ahead and check the ladder, and I'm going to say, okay, the yearbook page is page 126 and 127. So I'm going to go to InDesign, and I'm going to open up 126 and 127. And you can see there's nothing on there yet because I haven't started on it yet. So I'm going to either design a page or throw a template on here real quick. So I'm going to go into the 2019-20 templates page, and I'm just going to grab, I don't know, weekly template 2B. And I'll just do a quick Control A, Control X, come over here, Control Shift Alt V, and there you go. I got a template on the page. This may not be exactly what I use, but this is going to be close, and this is going to get me kind of what I want to have to make my page, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. Right now, before I start really doing anything, I am going to go in and change my folios down here. Remember to do that. You're going to come up here to Pages. You're going to double-click right here where it says A Document Master. That's going to bring you in so you can edit these. And I'll come in and, of course, just change these to, say, Yearbook on both sides. Seems like probably the right thing to do in this case. And then to get out of here, back up here in Pages, you just come and double-click right on this again. Okay, so right now you have a choice to make on whether or not you want to start adding photos now. There is one slight problem. If you start adding your photos right now, like this, maybe I'm going to put a photo right here, do a little Control D. If I come in here and I choose one of these photos that I have in my Yearbook Pics Takes These Home, you can see these photos are located in this PC, Yearbook Drive, Yearbook Pics Takes These Home. The problem is if I drop this photo on here right now, make it fit with Control Shift Alt C, when I go home and open this, there's going to be a big question mark here. So look, notice there's a question mark right here. What I did was I went into this folder and I basically moved the photos that were here into a different folder. And what happens is InDesign no longer knows where that file was. It knows that it was in this PC, Yearbook Drive, Yearbook Takes These Home. And it's looking there and it's seeing it's not there. And why this is important is because when you take your pages home, you're going to put your photos on your computer at home, and they're going to be in a different folder. So they're going to be in a folder probably called this PC, Johnson's Computer, Yearbook Pics Takes These Home, and that doesn't match there. So fortunately, that's really easy to fix. I'm just going to put this over here. And you can see if I come in here and just double click on this question mark, this pops up and it's basically saying, hey, where is that file? Can you tell me where it went? And in this case, obviously, I'm still looking in the Yearbook Drive because I'm still here at school, but you won't be. You'll be at home, and so you'll have to browse on your computer at home to wherever you copied this stuff over to. It might be in your Creative Cloud files, if that's where you're going to save it. It might be in a thumb drive. If you're going to put this stuff on a thumb drive, it's entirely up to you. But just know that if you start putting photos on the page at school, when you get home, InDesign's not going to know where they are, and we can't finish the page until we've told InDesign where they are. So in this case, I'm just going to go into Yearbook Pics, go into Take These Home, go into RTU, and you can see image 1106. That's what it's looking for right there. If I double click on that, it's going to find that. That question mark is going to go away. And not only that, but any other pictures that are on this page that were in that same folder, InDesign will recognize that those were there, and it will automatically get rid of the question mark on those as well. So that's very helpful. Okay, let's say you've done everything you can do here at school. We're running out of time. It's time to go home. What do we do now? How do we get this page so we can take it home? Well, what you're going to want to do is what's called packaging the page. And this is what I do when I send your pages into Herf Jones. So this is a good skill to know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to go to File, and I'm going to choose Package, or Control-Alt-Shift-P. And basically what this is going to do is it's going to gather up everything you're using in your page. All the pictures you have on the page, all the fonts you have on the page, everything you've put on your page, it's going to gather it up and put it into one folder. So just check here, and if you have any issues, something should pop up that say, hey, there's missing links, there's overset text. In fact, a good thing to do before you do this is to come down here, make sure you're on the Yearbook embedded pre-flight profile. Remember, you can always click on this and choose Yearbook right there if it's not. And then just make sure you have no errors. If you're on Yearbook and you have no errors, then you're good to go. You're good to package. If you have errors, fix those first. Okay, so then we would go to File, Package, Package, and it's saying, okay, you got to save it. Fine, I'll do that. Don't worry about where you save it. Just go ahead and still save this in the Yearbook drive. You do not need to save this in your Creative Cloud folder. So I'm just going to click here and save this. And if you see that, just press yes. And now it wants to know, where do you want to package this up to? So you can see the last time I did some packaging, I put it here in Deadline 4 because that's when I submitted all of these pages. So this is where you need to pay very close attention. You're either going to package this to like your thumb drive or your external hard drive, which is what this is for me, or you could also package it to your Creative Cloud Files folder. That's what I'm going to do here. Either one is fine. A thumb drive is good. But thumb drive, if you lose it, you're in real trouble. So the Creative Cloud Files is probably a smarter way to do it. So I'm going to put mine here, and I'm just going to leave it named as 16750- this is page 126, 127, and call it folder. And I'm going to go ahead and hit package. So now you've got it packaged. Go ahead and close it up. And then once you're home, you got your Creative Cloud installed and open and ready to go. You could just go in here into InDesign again and just go to File, Open. And this time we'll go to the Creative Cloud Files folder, which is right here. You can see here's my 126, 127 folder. I come in here. And then just make sure you're checking here. There's two different InDesign files here. One's an InDesign markup document. The other one is the InDesign document. This right here is the one you want to open right here. It will be whichever one is the larger file size is usually that one. So you're just looking for InDesign document. So go ahead and open that up, and you can see this package document. Oh, this is good news. I did not anticipate this. This package, and it did automatically link the photo. So that's awesome. You're not going to have to worry about relinking your photos. You can see it already knows that this photo is not where it was, but this photo is actually in this folder right here, the 16750 folder. So I can open this up, and you can see here's the links. So all of my photos that I've put on the page will be there. So that's awesome. If for whatever reason you never got the fonts and you need to install the fonts, you can come here to Document Fonts and open this up, and you can see it knows that these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fonts that are used on this page. So you could just come and if you're on a Windows computer, you could just select all of them and right click and choose Install if you didn't have these on your home computer. And you're ready to go. You're ready to work. There is some stuff you got to do when you're all done, but I will save that for a different video.